Good morning. So, today we're working on the fascia, F-A-S-C-I-A, the fascia board. That's this board right here. That's the one that your gutter will typically hang on. This is your soffit. Now, I was going to take this off because they typically will rot out after a while. And then the gutters don't have anything to hold on to and they fall off. It's not what happened here, but this elbow was broken. See, I got some ants. And this bottom edge of the roof board is kind of rotted out, but we're going to leave that be. I think it can wait another 20 years, hopefully, when I maybe need to replace the roof at that point. So the issue was the gutter sitting right here. It's what, 5 inches long, and half of your gutter is concealed by the metal. So A, you can't get your hand in there to clean it. B, not as much of the water is getting collected in there. It's kind of useless that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 1x right here to bring the gutter out 1.5 inches so that it'll be easier to maintain and be more functional. So what I'm trying to do is I'm adding one big screw per rafter on this thing so that at least this board is real nice and attached to the rafters. Then when I put the second one on there, I am going to try and run another one through right at the rafter. That way it's good and sandwiched in there. Then also I could put maybe some shorter ones in between to draw that board up to this one. So what we're working on now is trying to figure out where they are. Because where I would find holes here with the nails, I was having a hard time finding, because there is a nail that goes from here into here also. So that's, can't be fooled. Those are deceptive. That's not where, that is not where a rafter is. So, in order to figure that out, I came down here and looked at the soffit. You can see, boop, 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 there's a nail holding the soffit to the bottom of the rafter. So then we know, straight out from there more or less is going to be, and I got one in there, but it's probably on the edge of this one. I went over here and found one there. So I was able to make a mark there. So we know that is one that was in there. And there's one. Here's one. I'm putting the marks on here so that I can see it from the ladder. And here's one. And you see the nails were starting to come out, which means that over time, with the expansion and contraction of the house, the nail started working its way out. That is the nice thing about screws. They don't work their way out. Here's one right at this joint. I pretty much know that there's one there. There's another one here. And then I see a nail there. I'm guessing that means that there's one right there. We gotta make sure we watch our feet too. We don't step off the roof. There's one. It's really hard to see, I think. And there are nails on the outside here, so I'm gonna believe that there's one right there. And then one. There. Okay. So now there's just one right here. We got a nail there. And a nail way down there, and I can't see the ones here, so that can only lead me to believe that it's right here. And they nailed that up there, and then when they put the gingerbread in there, they covered the nails. Got some more repair work to do on the bottom edge of the roof. There you can see there's some where the metal rusted out, and it's come off with a lock strip here. So I'm just gonna tack some pieces of metal to the bottom edge so that it will wrap around and grab this, so that the roof is secured to the lock strips. And then I'm gonna have it go up the roof about 4 or 5 inches, and then just put some little screws and some urethane. Ooh. Hey buddies. So anyway, fascia board replacement 101. Like I said, you could take that off and put one singular 2x up there, like a 2x6. The important thing to do is make sure that it's painted. So I'm going to come and once I get these screws in here and everything is scraped and cleaned, I'm going to paint it. As I am painting the new fascia boards over there, because the stuff in the pressure treated, whatever chemicals are in the pressure treated stuff will rust out aluminum. So you can't put aluminum nails, you can't put, like, see these screws here are specially coated to go into pressure treated wood. So if you just use like regular, yeah, you can use stainless steel nails, but they're super expensive. So you either have to, if you want to put your boards up there, you either have to paint them or coat them in aluminum, cover them in aluminum. And I had lots of paint sitting around. I don't have lots of spare aluminum sitting around, so I figured it was more economically viable to paint them. This is an oil-based primer. Then I'm going to put an acrylic top coat over top of it once it's cured down enough. See, that's the thing about oil-based paints. Take longer to cure. See how I just scratched it with my thumbnail? If that had been acrylic, I might not have been able to do that already. Oil-based paint penetrates into the wood a lot better, but latex paint, water-based paint, is a lot better at resisting the UVs of the sunlight. So if you prime with an oil-based paint, it goes deeper into the wood, and then if you put a latex on top of it, then it will last better in the sunlight. Also, latex paint has a greater elongation factor so that it will be able to withhold more expansion and contraction without cracking. I suppose that's about it for now. Hopefully you may learn something.